Hi everyone, this is Kanis from Studio Karah, or K as some of you might know me. I hope you're all doing well at this time of the year. I hope you're staying safe and healthy. Today I'm sharing my February bullet journal setup with you all. The theme for this month is love letters. I know, cliche, but something out of the ordinary is this time I went a little crazy for my doing, I would say. Because guess what? Yes, Kay has used colors this month. Sound the alarms, ring the bells, absolute madness, I know. Who do I even think I am? Colors, craft paper, double Dutch doors, and wax seals all in one? Anyway. All jokes aside, yes, it's been a while since I used color in my journal, which mostly consisted out of black fine liner art. But this month I decided to try out something new. So not only have I used more than one color, but I also used wax seals in this theme along with craft paper. And of course I kept up with the beautiful Dutch door spread idea that I took to another level by making two of them instead of one. If you follow along with the video, you'll see how I did this step by step. Just like last time, I will be making printables for this month's setup as well. You can get them for free or for a small contribution. It's completely up to you. They're also available for purchase in my shop. To read more about how you can get them for free or how you can contribute, check out the description. Reach out to me if you have any questions. First, to start off, I would like to introduce you to my old but new companion for my journal, which is my feather bookmark made out of shrink plastic. I made this from one of my previous INKjewel illustrations. I put this one back up in my shop, so if you're interested, go check out the description below for the link. I'll also leave it in the info icon at the top. To start with the journal, I had some things prepared for this setup. I will be making a Dutch door for the cover page with, on the right side page, the flap of an envelope opening up. Inside the envelope there will be letters sticking out. I was meant to draw the envelope on the pages itself, but I had this already made in my previous journal. The idea for love letters as a theme came to me long ago. Originally it wasn't even planned for this month. It was actually planned for July 2019. Yes, you heard that right, 2019. My last bullet journal video before the start of this year was June 2019. I skipped 2020 altogether, but that's another story for another time. The thing is, I had this theme planned for July 2019. And when I wasn't able to set up for that month, I postponed it for August. If you look closely later on, you'll see that the top part of the envelope says August. Because I thought this theme fit perfectly this month, I just went for it and cut the pages out of my previous journal to add it on this one. I decided to use craft paper for one of the letters sticking out of the envelope. It's not really a letter, it looks more like a poem, but actually it's a writing prompt. I used to write these small few lines of text as a way of capturing a whole storyline in a few sentences. I have a bunch of these, so I decided to use one in every monthly setup this year. Be sure to read the one from January. This month it says, "He is the roar of thunder, and she is the flash of lightning. They only meet once, in a fraction of a second." I would love to read anything you guys write if you use this writing prompt. Make sure you share it with me on my socials. You can find me anywhere with @StudioKara. I've cut out the flap of the envelope on the right page with an X-Acto knife, as well as the bottom side on the left page. For the line drawings, I used a Staedtler pigment liner in a 0.1 nib. The regular fine liner I usually use is a 0.4, but for this I decided that a finer tip would look better for the roses drawn on the envelope. Later I will go in with a thicker fine liner to outline some of the parts of the drawings. If you guys would like a video in which I go more in detail about these writing prompts, please leave a comment and let me know. And let me know what you think so far of this month's theme. Feel free to recreate this theme, and if you do, please share it with me on Instagram. On Instagram you can find more pictures and some behind the scenes stuff. Follow me there if you don't want to miss out on that. Also, don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube if you want to see more of my bullet journal themes or my ink creation illustrations. Aside from this, I have much more content ideas planned for this channel in the near future, related to digital art and design, maybe even jumping into tech, but mostly related to design in general. So if that's something you're interested in, please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on new videos. Getting back to the setup, as you can see, I have grabbed my brush pen. It has finally happened. I finally used color in my journal. I honestly didn't expect this myself, but I kind of like it. Who knows what's going to happen in the next setups. I'm using the Tombow dual tip brush pen in the shade 772 called Blush. I colored in the roses only and left the leaves blank. I was doubting between 3 colors and in the end I went with this one. You will see a comparison of the 3 colors later on. The other color I will be using for the borders of the envelope is number 623 called Purple Sage. I think the color that didn't make the cut was called Orchid. You can find all the information about my supplies in the description box. And if you're interested in getting them yourself, you can use the links I provided. Just a little disclaimer and more info for you. I just recently started using affiliate links. I'm pretty new to it, but what that means is that if you use my link, it will not cost you anything extra than the normal price of the product, and I get a commission for qualifying purchases. This way I can keep my channel going and create more content. So if you use my links, thank you in advance for your support. On the flap of the envelope, I drew a few more roses on either side and addressed the letter with the text, "To you, with love, me." Again, for the roses, I used the color Blush, and the edges of the envelope, I used Purple Sage. Now comes the fun part, the wax seal. I just used a small tea light candle to melt the crimson colored wax bits in a tiny spoon. Then I poured it on the paper, sealing it in place with the stamp. I think the design is a combination of the sun, moon, and stars. The seal wasn't perfectly round, but that's what I love about wax seals. They're always imperfect and unique. I love how it turned out. The color is perfectly in contrast with the rest of the page. On the next page, I have the February title on top with bold letters and underneath it the days of the month written on craft paper. Just like the days of the week, I wrote down the numbers with my white gel pen. At the bottom, I can write down my goals and what I want to achieve this month. I divided it in 2 sections for long-term goals and short-term goals, so that it's easier to plan things out later on. I colored in the title with the blush color and added gloss on top with the white gel pen, along with the drop shadow or black border if you will, so it creates more dimension in the font. Moving on to the next spread, we have the double Dutch door envelope. Funny story, I wanted to draw this envelope the other way around so it would look a bit different than the cover page, but I didn't realize I was holding the notebook upside down when I was sketching it out, so it ended up looking just like the cover page, but that's okay. I cut out the paper around the envelope with an X-Acto knife and added craft paper on the back of the left side page and the right side page. On the left page with my white gel pen, I added lines on this to make space to write down notes and ideas. Behind the right side flap of the envelope, I will draw a little rose with my white gel pen later on. The spread behind this double Dutch door is a monthly spread divided into 4 weeks, because February has exactly 4 weeks and it was possible to create this spread. I opted out of drawing out the whole calendar or a plan day by day, because recently the days have been merging together and passing by too fast in quarantine that I thought it would be better to plan things on a weekly basis. Maybe I will use this layout for the next month as well, or I will try out something new. We will see what works out. On every week I added a little rose drawing and wrote down which week of the month it was and behind it which week of the year. Inside the envelope, I added a few rose drawings and I colored in all of the roses and lines accordingly to the color scheme. The envelope cover got a little texture pattern, which are simple lines drawn repeatedly. And then it was time for another wax seal. I went through the same process as before with the tea light and such, only this time I used a different stamp. On this one you will find the initial of my name, the letter K, with small florals surrounding it. I love how this one turned out as well. Not perfect, but definitely unique. I was actually thinking the color would look even more beautiful on the craft paper. Maybe I will try that out and post the results on Instagram later. Be sure to check it out and let me know which one is your favorite. On the back side of the envelope flap, I drew a rose with my white gel pen and colored it in. I love how the pink blush color looks with the white on top of the craft paper. I should definitely make more of these in the future. I actually made some ink creations like this previously. Be sure to check it out in my playlist of Ink with Me. There you will find all of them. Moving on to the next page, I had another little envelope that I made back in 2019 that I wanted to integrate in this spread. I added a few scraps of craft paper in the back and glued the envelope on top. Then I went through the same process of drawing the roses inside and coloring them in, as well as adding the same texture to the envelope cover. On the right side of this spread, I added a brain dump page because I always seem to have random thoughts flooding in at any given time of the day, so it's always great to have one extra page for this. I kept it fairly simple with the font in color and the rest of the page blank for my notes. And then it was time for the last wax seal. This time it's a golden shimmery color with a stem that says "For You." Personally, I like how the red seals turned out, but this one is also very cute. And with that, it's the end of my February setup. I will leave you guys with a little flip through. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this month's theme. I had a lot of fun. This video was a bit more on the long side. If you watched it all the way through, thank you so much. This means a lot. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment or reach out to me on any of my social media linked in the description. Also, don't forget to share your recreations with me on Instagram and follow me there for more content and behind the scenes stuff. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below with your thoughts. And as mentioned before, I have a lot more ideas planned that I want to share with you here. So if you're up for that, don't forget to subscribe, join the family, and click the bell button if you want to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and until next time, keep imagining, keep creating, and stay inspired. Bye, darlings.